Coming up on Shelby this week, after several closures this past summer, state representatives held the town hall trying to get answers you want about the water quality in our lakes. We'll tell you what was talked about at the meeting. And the Shelby Township Police Department is sponsoring an event where you can be sure your personal information is kept safe. Learn when and where you can bring your paperwork to get shredded right here in the community. And millions of people were affected by a major data breach. We talked to one local computer company on how you can keep yourself safe on the internet. We have all this and much more coming up on Shelby This Week. Start brainstorming your great ideas because Shelby Township residents are invited to a goal-setting session. This annual meeting brings together ideas from the community, the Board of Trustees, and the Township employees. The purpose is to gather feedback and set the Township's top 10 priorities.
Well, if we don't know what they think, then that won't get reflected in the top 10. So it's not just our ideas as a department heads and staff and the board. We really, at the end of the day, it's really what the residents of the community want that we're representing. So it's critically important for them to participate and share what their ideas are and what their goals are. The whole process is geared towards establishing 10 priorities for the next year. That's what we use this for. So that's the end result.
The session is led by the Planning and Zoning Department. In the past, Wynn said some ideas on the list of the top 10 priorities have been a new police station and a new senior center. This meeting is a great way for community members to get their ideas heard and possibly seen in the next few years. If you're interested in attending, the visiting session will be on October 18th at 7 p.m. It will be held in the lower level conference room at Shelby Township Hall. Beach closures this past summer at Lake St Clair led politicians to take a stand and get to the bottom of the cause. Residents from all over Macomb County were invited to ask questions and voice their opinions on the water issue. Arthur Schenk heard all those opinions at the town hall.
Recently at McRae Harbor in Harrison Township, State Representative Pete Lucido helped host a town hall meeting to address the condition of Lake St Clair and how we can protect it.
Permits that deal with the issues you talk about, we deal with the CAFOs, we're doing a lot.
We have got to make sure that we stop putting these contaminants and pollutants into our own drinking water supply. And Lake St Clair is a beautiful lake, and we don't treat it as well as we should. So there's a number of things that we have to do. We're getting a lot of answers here tonight, but look, it's nothing really magical. We have to separate our sewer systems from our storm systems, because when we get a heavy rain, our systems are overwhelmed and we end up spilling, as we call it. We discharge combined sewer overflows out into the lake. We treat them, but they're still being spilled. That's been going on for decades.
Our natural resources of our water, the aquatic life that lives therein, as well as the fish that we eat, comes from that water. We damage the water, or we kill the water, we kill ourselves.
Currently, there are numerous concerns on what causes the pollution problems on Lake St Clair. And in time, we're finding it's not all E. coli, and it's not just from stormwater runoff.
We have a lot of phosphorus that comes from agricultural drains. We're looking at a pilot program to sort of filter some of that out. In our department, the Macomb County Public Works Department, we've begun, of course I've only been there 9 months, but we've begun to inspect huge enclosed storm drains that were built, for instance, in 1960, have never been inspected, and we are finding illicit connections. In one case, an entire apartment complex for over 30 years has been dumping, we estimate, about 250,000 gallons a year of raw sewage into a storm drain right out into Lake St Clair. So that's been fixed. But we're finding these things as we inspect them. And I am just very excited to be a participant in a huge town hall meeting like this. This is what town hall meetings should be about, in my opinion, saving the Great Lakes.
Well, what happened today was a great thing. We brought the community together to talk about water quality as it relates to our health. We put a lot of things in the water. We have a lot of things that are dumped down our drains or flushed down our toilets. And ultimately, when we are done, we have to live with the consequences, which is recycling the water, cleansing the water, and bringing it back to us. 40% of Michiganders drink out of our Lake St Clair. And if our Lake St Clair isn't clean, it affects us economically, socially. I grew up on the lake. I'm a big fan of the lake. I want to see the lake live. I don't want to see it die.
Reporting for Shelby This Week, I'm Arthur Schink.
Community Shred Day is coming your way. Shelby Township will host a professional shred day on October 14th. The event is sponsored by the Shelby Township Police Department, the Shelby Community Foundation, and Absolute Shreds of Auburn Hills. This initiative is part of the police department's ongoing crime prevention measures. Residents are encouraged to bring their paperwork to the municipal grounds, and all shredded material will be recycled. Businesses located in the township are also invited, but are asked to only bring 2 boxes of paperwork to shred. The shred truck will be on the municipal grounds from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, you can contact the Shelby Township Police Department at 586-731-2121. Bring your family and friends out to Fire Station Number 1. The Shelby Township Fire Department will be opening their doors to the community. At the event, people can participate in tours of the facility, bucket rides, and a candy drop. Sparky the dog will be there welcoming everyone to the station as well. The open house will be held on October 14th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Fire Station Number 1 on 23 Mile Road. Have you ever thought about how safe the internet is when dealing with your personal information? After hundreds of millions of people found themselves affected by the Equifax data breach, many are concerned with keeping safe online. Our Robert Gambrell visited with a local computer store to find out how you can keep your information protected.
When you log onto a website, do you ever think, is my personal information really personal, or can someone else see it? Here at Simple Computer Repair Company, the owner, Phil, has all the answers for you to keep you safe from cybersecurity threats.
It was an unfortunate event. Basically, there's a program that they use to edit the website, basically on the side that where someone can go and dispute anything that's on their file. As it turned out that there was a flaw in that program. They did know 2 months before the breach happened that there was this flaw and updated and needed to be patched. They failed to do it, and as a result, the breach happened. The unfortunate part of this is that 143 million have been affected, and no one can really know specifically if they have been affected or not. They have provided a site that you can go to, and it will basically just tell you, oh, you may have been affected. The way to be able to check this is that all 3 bureaus offer a yearly free credit report if you don't want to pay for a specific service. I recommend that highly. Everyone needs to do that. They need to be on top of their credit all the time.
Which websites are safe to shop or share my personal information?
Amazon, eBay, even if you go to your big box stores, such as Best Buy or Walmart or something like that, you can feel secure to go on there and use that. They are encrypted.
If I wanted to freeze my credit card, would that affect anything?
It doesn't affect your credit whatsoever. So if you currently do have a credit card open, it won't stop them from checking the credit because you already have an open account with them. However, what it will do is it will stop any credit from being opened in your name, regardless if they show proof that it's you or whatnot. When you do a credit freeze, what's going to happen is they will send you a PIN number. And it's a PIN number, a very unique PIN number you will only know, and that's the only way that that freeze can be taken off.
I hope all this information helped you, and think twice before pressing enter. I'm Robert Gambrell, Shelby This Week.
Coming up, beauty runs deep in the township as home and business owners take pride in their gardens. We have an exclusive look at this year's Beautification Award winners. And once home to the Packard automobile, the Packard Proving Grounds is a place of history. Now the location hosts everything from weddings to car shows. And now you'll have a chance to step inside. And high school football is still going strong. In Week 7, both Eisenhower and Utica came out on top. We have your Week 7 highlights. Stay with us on Shelby This Week.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information. When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
Shelby Township residents take pride in caring for their homes, and when it comes to their landscaping, you can bet there's plenty to be recognized. The annual Beautification Awards honored residents in the community who have a green thumb and a knack for beautiful gardens. Stacy Sansatera has more on the winners.
Each year, the Shelby Township Beautification Committee conducts the Beautification Awards.
The criteria for the Beautification Awards are a spectacular garden. We have a list of criteria that we go through when we visit the gardens, and it mainly involves neatness, color, curb appeal, variety, and just that extra spark, and you can see the effort that the people have put in.
These awards are given to homeowners and businesses as a way to recognize extensive floral and landscape achievements.
We have small homes, we have large homes. We have fabulous creative people with art in their yards or things they've done themselves.
And for some, this year's award has placed them in the Hall of Fame. A homeowner can win this prestigious award up to 3 times before being placed on the Hall of Fame plaque located at the municipal building. First off, a familiar face in the township.
I lay awake at night in bed and think which plants go where for next year. It's relaxing, it's refreshing, and it takes your mind off of everything. I mean, I used to be in government and politics, and I did it then too. It was refreshing to me to get my mind off of the problems.
Most people look at gardens, and unless you're a gardener, you really don't really appreciate or understand everything that goes into making the gardens look the way that someone wants them to. So when you have a subject matter expert come in and evaluate your gardens or look at those and deem them worthy of a beautification award, it's quite an honor.
I'm humbled by the fact that this is just something you do. I don't do it to win the award. It's something that I do to make the place look nice. And we have people stop every day just to take pictures with them and so forth with their family and so forth. It's kind of interesting to see that. So, and it's kind of neat, and also it's just a perk to have, I guess, to get the award, which we are grateful to have happen.
Our next recipient is a second-time winner and enjoys a whimsical garden.
I'm very grateful. I mean, I love my garden. I'm outside every day. I spend almost all day outside. It's my happy place, so I like to be out there. So to be recognized is just frosting on the cake. I love it. It's a fun activity for me. It's what I do during the day. I have 2 dogs that are here all the time, so I try to be dog friendly in the yard and find spaces that they can play in, and that kind of thing. And so I just want it to be beautiful, and I enjoy being out and playing in the dirt.
It's an honor. This is our second one, and I'm thrilled. It's really an honor because we work really hard, and it's nice to see recognition.
I just love it. I love the outdoors. I love flowers. I love gardening. It's enjoyable. It's pleasurable. It's satisfying. It's relaxing. All of the above.
I was very surprised. I didn't think I have that kind of beautiful yard. So I was very surprised. I always love flowers. Flowers, it's beauty, it's love, so okay. I love gardening and always have love for garden.
Congratulations to all the 2017 Beautification Award winners. You have certainly set the bar high for the beauty in our township. For Shelby This Week, I'm Stacy Sansatera.
The Beautification Committee is always looking for volunteers as well. If you're interested in volunteering, call the Shelby Township Clerk's Office at 586-731-5102. And you can catch the full episode of the Beautification Awards right here on Shelby TV and online. You might drive by it on a weekly basis, but have you ever wanted to go inside the Packard Proving Grounds? Well, now is your chance. They're hosting an open house and everyone is invited to check out the historic property. There will be a car show, and if you have a classic car, you can bring that in at that day as well. Tours will be given of the buildings, and new this year will be food trucks and vendors. People can also get a ride in the Packard car while they're there. 3 additional acres have been added to provide more room for parking. Everyone who attends will be given an exclusive look at the unveiling of the new gift shop with the new design and location. The event will be held on October 15th from 1 to 5 p.m. and the event is free. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and one Macomb County organization is raising money for the cause. Team Angels Foundation is a nonprofit organization located in Sterling Heights. It was founded by a woman whose brother died of breast cancer. Her and her team raise awareness for breast cancer research in both men and women. Each year they host an event to raise money to support the fight. Dinner and strolling fashion show will be held on October 16th at 6 p.m.
It's a fun night. Like I said, we have raffles. We have a DJ also, so there's music playing. The fashions are from Carson's, and we had some breast cancer survivor models. And everybody gets to enjoy themselves, spend some time with your friends, and see the new fashions for the fall and winter.
The cost of the event is $50, and since the start of the nonprofit, they've raised $550,000. Like every year, the money goes directly to the cause.
It will go to the Henry Ford Cancer Center this year. Basically it's for research, but we also do help patients pay their bills if they can't pay their bills while they're under treatment. We've sponsored yoga classes in the past also, but this time I think we're basically donating to Dr. Nathanson, who is a research doctor.
For more information or to purchase tickets for the event, visit teamangelsfoundation.org. Halloween will be here before we know it, and to get in the spirit, the Meadowbrook Theater Guild knows exactly what you can attend. Bewitched and Bedazzled is returning for its 2nd year right here in our community. The event is advertised as a wickedly fun luncheon and pop-up boutique shopping. The theme of the event is Halloween Good Witches, so everyone is invited to dress as a fancy witch, and there is an opportunity to enter into a costume contest. Paula Filer, who served 16 years on the Shelby Township Board of Trustees, is a member of the Theater Guild. She's excited to bring this year's fundraising event to Shelby Township.
We're very proud that we have 2 Meadowbrook board members that are actually Shelby Township board members. That's Doug Wozniak and Lynn Wilhelm. So we feel this is going to be a great fundraising event for the Meadowbrook Theater Guild to support Meadowbrook, and also an event that can teach Shelby Township residents more about the theater. It's a great event. Please come out and join us. It's a unique event, and I'm sure everyone will have fun and be delighted to return next year.
The event raises money for Meadowbrook Theater to help them run successfully. If you're interested in attending, tickets are $50 and can be purchased by calling 248-377-3300. For more information about the event, visit meadowbrooktheaterguild.com. Eisenhower High School celebrated homecoming this past week, and the women joined in on the football action. They took to the field and battled it out, and we have your Powder Puff game highlights.
Well, it just means, you know what, it's another activity during our homecoming week. We can get girls that have been involved in athletics, cheerleading, dancing, basketball, or girls who haven't done much, have an opportunity to do something with their school and have an exciting time and an experience that is just so much fun. You get the kids to sign up. We do a lottery if we have more than 40 girls that want to play on each team. Then once all the paperwork's in, we have the team selected. Then we go through a week or so later and we start practicing. We have 4 practices per team, and then we're off and do it again. It's just a great time. Hopefully we can keep this tradition going for many years to come. And again, I just love to hang out with the girls. I think they do a fantastic job, and looking forward to next year.
And speaking of football, to close out this week's activities, Eisenhower played strong and left the field with a win in Week 7. The Chieftains also came out with a win this week as well. Here are your football highlights.
It's homecoming as Eisenhower's taking on Stevenson. Alex Decker taking this punt down to the 36-yard line of Stevenson. Finally getting into the end zone, Jack Morris bouncing this one out to the outside. Eisenhower would have 3 blocked punts on the night. First this one, leading to an Assad Buhaidar field goal. Then later on, Johnny Fatazzo, again with a block, but this time recovered in the end zone, touchdown. Jack Morris would come in for an injured Max Whitworth, launching it down the field to Ben Metz. Stevenson would finally get on the board. The Titans, Justin McCown, long bomb to Christian Vitae. Second half, Antonio Gray would take over with these 2 punishing runs. Then on the 1-yard line, coughs up the ball and Stevenson takes over. Later on in the game, Jack Morris, sweep right, pitch out to Assad Buhaidar to bring us to our final score. Eisenhower Eagles 34, Stevenson Titans 7.
Week 7 action in the MAC White as your 3-3 Utica Chieftains travel to L'Anse Creuse North High School looking to spoil homecoming for the Crusaders. The Chieftains offense would waste no time getting on the board as Hitesh Kumar takes the handoff, gets outside, cuts up field, and takes it all the way in from 25 yards out, giving the Chieftains the early 7-0 lead. And the Chieftains defense would chip in as well as L'Anse Creuse North quarterback Blake Daniels steps back to pass, and he is picked off by Reed Boniface, and Boniface takes it to the house, putting the Chieftains up 14-0. Still in the first quarter, and Kasem would cap off the drive, barreling his way in for 6, extending the Chieftains' lead to 21. Now in the second quarter, the Crusaders would start to crawl back, and running back Dominic Schrock would finish off the drive as he sheds through wimpy tacklers, finally getting the Crusaders on the board as they cut the Chieftain lead to 14. The Crusaders would get the ball back with just minutes left before halftime, and Daniels steps back to pass, and he threads the needle to Martez Williams as the Crusaders cut the lead to 7 with just under a minute to play in the second quarter. But if the Crusaders thought Utica was going to go quietly into the halftime break, they were sadly mistaken, as Kevon Higdon would outrun the entire defense on his way for an 80-yard touchdown, putting the Chieftains up 28-14 heading into the halftime break. Now in the third quarter, L'Anse Creuse North would show some fight as Darius Webb gets the handoff and just blows by the defense for a 25-yard touchdown, cutting the lead back to 7. But the Chieftains would continue to answer the bell as Kasem lurches his way across the goal line for his second touchdown of the day. And Utica would put the game on ice in the fourth quarter as Kevon Higdon takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Kumar, and he takes another one to the house as the Chieftains would go on to win from a final score of 42-28. Next up, homecoming versus Fraser.
Still ahead on Shelby this week, AMC Theaters having a great deal throughout the month of October. Learn how you can get access to this offer. And the living dead gathered in the streets of Utica. Check out the event that brought out zombies of all ages.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but she's putting him in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Every Tuesday in October, AMC Movie Theaters is offering tickets at a discounted price. For only $5, you can catch a feature film at participating AMC theaters. To get this deal, you have to sign up as an AMC Stubs member. The sign-up is easy and only takes about 5 minutes, and it's free. You can also get a pop and popcorn for an additional $5, which is a great deal for moviegoers. Visit amctheaters.com/Ticket Tuesday to sign up and redeem this offer. Some people have to wait years before they become state representatives, but 2 Shelby Township residents were sworn in on the House floor in Lansing, and they're only in elementary school. Taylor and Sydney Wheeler are students at Monfort Elementary School. They were welcomed to the state capitol to join State Representative Peter Lucido and become reps for the day. They were chosen for this after they competed in Lucido's summer reading contest. The contest was held May through August, and it invited students to fill out a bookmark each time they completed reading 10 books. Then the students were put into a drawing for a trip to Lansing. The girls toured the Capitol building and were sworn in as junior representatives. Congratulations, girls. And zombies came alive in downtown Utica. Hundreds of people came to Zombie Fest, and there were plenty of family-friendly things to partake in.
Zombie Festival came because of John Sapman, who is the co-chair of this event, owner of Hogs Hollow, just said there was a big phenomenon going on in this area for people love The Walking Dead. And I didn't believe him, but I guess I was made a liar. So this is our 4th year of doing Zombie Fest. Last year we kind of took a break from it because of budget, but we had a lot of complaints, especially these undead people kept coming out of their graves to ask why we weren't having the Zombie Fest. So here we are. Utica is a pretty community-oriented place, so we try to make things fun for every age group, the little ones, teenagers, adults, and I think the reputation has been that we've got something for everyone, and the community embraces it.
That's it for us here at Shelby This Week. You can watch us all the time on our Facebook page. Just search ShelbyTV. We'll leave you now with more spooky scenes from Zombie Fest. Thanks for watching.
Oh my goodness.